Hello and welcome to the March 22nd edition of the Packer News. I'm Mr. Strum.
And I'm Aaliyah Graham. Thank you for joining us, and here are today's headlines.
For lunch today, we have an all-beef hot dog on a bun or chicken Philly sandwich with sides of baked Cheetos and glazed carrots. Don't forget to thank your lunch crew.
Tryouts for next year's Pocahontas dance team will be held from March 25th to the 27th at the Ladone Center Gym from 4:30 to 6:30.
Parent-player boys golf meeting will be held on April 8th at 4:15 at the Cheney Middle School Commons.
Informational meeting for cheer tryouts on April 3rd from 4 to 4:30, and tryouts will be held from April 15th, 16th, 17th, and 19th from 4:30 to 6. Athletes need to attend all tryout dates in order to try out, but can do a private tryout if you are involved in spring sports.
On March 4th, the West Fargo High School Band Program hosted ensemble concerts to showcase student work to the West Fargo community. Here's Packer correspondent Evan Roth with more.
The West Fargo Band is a wonderful place to be, but recently they took a hit. They were going to go to an event called Raging Red, but it got canceled due to the snow day. But to make light of it, they allowed their students to play the ensembles they worked hard on for others to see. First, I interviewed Christensen and I asked what his goal is when encouraging students to do ensembles.
Ensembles are great because, when we play in large ensemble, and when I say ensembles, doing small ensembles, when we play in large ensemble, you have like 5 to a part sometimes, as many as, right? When we do small ensemble, it's 1 to a part, so really it gives a lot of students some shine that they wouldn't otherwise maybe have sitting in their sections. Then they're the only trombone player in their little ensemble. It also, what I've really noticed too, is it helps a lot kids understand the concept of balancing parts because they get to be so much closer to the other parts that they're playing against in that smaller setting. It really opens their ears up and gets them thinking of putting it together in a big context and not just I'm sitting here playing my own part, so.
Next, I interviewed Biles, the student teacher for the band, and I asked him what he looked for when students played their ensembles.
A lot of times when I'm listening, it kind of depends on if it's like their first read through, just making sure, fixing a couple note things if there's a rhythmic inaccuracy somewhere. But as soon as they can get through the piece, I'm less focused on those things because those are things that they can notice really obviously, and then working on kind of getting them to be more expressive because a lot of times kids are just very like black and white, like these are the notes, I'm going to play the notes the way that they're written. And so trying to motivate the students to play beyond what's on the page and put some of their own interpretation and emotion into what they're playing. And that's like as soon as I can get to that point on music, I'm there. And I'm like, how do you want to play this? How do you want this to sound? Like, what does this feel? Why did you pick this piece? Getting them to think more instead of just telling them how to play.
Lastly, I interviewed Jordal and I asked her how she thinks ensembles helps with students' education.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. They sometimes will pick pieces that are just a little more difficult than something they would normally play, so they have to work on something that's a little harder. They sometimes don't know all the notes, so they have to look up some fingerings. It's a place for them to work on something that isn't given all the rules, so to speak. So a teacher's not standing over them. We are here, we help them, we attend some of their rehearsals, all that sort of thing, but basically it's student driven. And I love that. I love when the kids get a chance, when the students get a chance to do their own thing. And usually they do it pretty well.
The band may have not been able to play at Raging Red, but they made light of it and played ensembles the students worked so hard on. But that's all for now. This is Packer correspondent Evan Roth, and have a wonderful day, Packers.
It's pretty cool that we have so many talented band students at our high school.
Yeah, My one regret is that I quit after 9th grade, and I was told that I was really good.
Yeah, when I was in 6th grade at Westside Elementary, I had the choice between joining band or going to recess, and you can probably guess that I went to recess instead.
I mean, like, why wouldn't you go to recess, though?
Exactly.
Yeah.
On April 3rd at 5:30 p.m., join the mental health series, Your Active Child, ADHD. This program is meant to empower parents with practical strategies, knowledge, and resources to create supportive environments that nurture a child's strengths and addresses the challenges associated with ADHD. You can register using the link or QR code on the West Fargo Public Schools District website.
The annual One West Fargo Showcase is fast approaching. If you are interested in being a part of the show, either through dance, spoken word, song, or the fashion show, make sure you fill out the QR codes around the school and talk to Miss Clefman-Morin, Miss Roberts, or Miss Johnson, the Math Johnson, by March 28th to sign up.
I'm Mr. Strum. Thank you for watching this week's edition of the Packer News. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And be certain to follow us on all of our social medias at Packer Media. I'm Aaliyah Graham, and have a great weekend, West Fargo.